Oh, we are live. It is Starter Stream. It's week 3. Maddie Kiwoom. We are here to answer your burning fantasy start or sit decisions, and we have a lot to get to. We're just gonna get into it right now. All right, so right off the bat,
Bring them on.
Rachel, good morning. Would you flex Elijah Moore against a weak secondary or Hollywood Brown full PPR? Thank you. What do you think, Maddie?
I am going to go with the soft defense, and I'm going to play Elijah Moore over Hollywood Brown. Hollywood Brown had one good game last week with volume, but he's got a really tough matchup against the boys. Stephen Gilmore will cover one side of the field. Bland's been good. This defense has been so loaded. And let's call a spade a spade. Micah Parsons may throw Dodd down over and over and over again. So give me Elijah Moore.
Yeah, Elijah Moore's been getting a lot of targets. The frustration is that they haven't been good quality catchable targets. Deshaun Watson's kind of been the issue there. So I agree. The matchup in Arizona is bad against Dallas. Dallas looks like I have to have a really good defense. So I'm right there with you. I'll go Elijah Moore. We have G-Hop in the chat. Let's go. PPR Flex. Pickens at Las Vegas. Godwin versus Philly or Flowers versus Indy. What do you think, Maddie?
Ooh, that one's tough. Pickens and Godwin, I got them pretty close. Flowers, my nervousness with Flowers is that weather that we're hearing about. So I'm going to track that closely. If it looks like it's a clear day, I'm going Flowers. If not, give me Pickens. Give me Pickens. It's the easier matchup. And can't we just see Baker Mayfield having a rough go at it tomorrow night?
Yeah, I'm kind of like 50-50 between Godwin's and Pickens. We did see Philly kind of give up a lot of points to that Minnesota offense. Again, like comparing Cousins to Baker Mayfield, it might be a bit disrespectful to Kirk Cousins, if that's even possible to be disrespectful to Kirk Cousins in a polite way. I don't know. Like so many people have so many mixed feelings about Kirk Cousins. But
on track for 50 touchdowns.
Deontay Johnson's on IR. I think Pickens, this should be a really good game for Pickens against the Raiders. So I do like that call. We have Gooner Boy, full PPR pick one. Brees Hall. Oh my gosh. Brees Hall, Jerome Ford, Roschon, A-Chain, Gainwell. And then a second follow-up question. Would you drop Antonio Gibson to pick up Kendre Miller to start or stash?
You take this one.
All right.
So you start this one off because I know where I'm going with it. I'm curious if you're going to go in the exact same direction.
Jerome Ford has a really actually tough matchup today. I know.
Really tough matchup.
Yeah, I know that he is going to get a lot of the opportunity, but I think you have to start Brees here. I think that's what you have to do. Even though I love Roschon today, I actually think Roschon's going to get a ton of opportunity in what is going to be a lopsided contest, most likely, according to the spread, according to how these two teams are trajectory going. That's the best phrase I can come up with today. Trajectory going. I haven't. So I actually think Roschon could get a lot of opportunity in the passing game, and I would actually not drop Antonio Gibson. I'm holding on for another week. And as much as I like Kendre Miller, I think Kendre Miller is more of like a dynasty buy because I feel like he's more of a next year player than a this year player, even though we're going to see this week what his usage is like. It's one of the things that I'm most interested in seeing. Like, how are they going to use Kendre Miller? I am worried about him coming off the lower body injuries. That always worries me about a player. So I don't know. What do you think, Maddie?
So I'm going to use this question to plug a couple things. First of all, the game plan that came out yesterday. You might not have a whole lot of time to check it out, but we were very much still on being patient with Gibson. So I'm not dropping Gibson for Kendre in a redraft league. The second thing I'm going to plug is our start sit video that came out on TikTok. If you are able to check it, all of our guys here at Player Profile give a start sit. Matt Babbage went with sit Kendre Miller, and I kind of agree with him. So I'm not going to go ahead and make that move. But of the running backs here you're starting, it's tough. But give me this is going to surprise some folks. Give me Gainwell.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, Gainwell coming back from injuries, he might be the RB.
I love that running back room. I think by the end of the year, you can have this dynamite running back room.
Yes. So half PPR, pick 2. We have Moss, Kendre Miller, Warren, Roschon, Gainwell, A-Chain. Would you drop any of those running backs to pick up Goff to keep Burrow on my bench since he's looking like a game time decision. If you're making me pick 2 there, gosh, I think we can cross Kendre Miller off. This is kind of how I roll. I think Gainwell, and if you want, like, it's probably between Moss, Roschon, and A-Chain. If you want the upside, go A-Chain. If you want the certainty, go Moss. Like, we know Zach Moss is going to have a role in that offense, but I think it's Gainwell for sure. And then it's kind of a toss-up between Roschon, A-Chain, and Moss. Maybe throw it's a toss-up between all the other options. Jaylen Warren, I'm still not like Najee's the guy there. I know there's rumors coming out that Jaylen Warren's gonna have more touches, but what do you think, Maddie?
I'm gonna go with Gainwell, and I'm gonna go with Roschon here. As far as dropping one of them to pick up Goff, this is one of those things that when you're very hip and you're gonna like all these players, but the fact that you have them all means that you could probably drop one of them. I would do one of 2 things at the quarterback position if you have Joe Burrow. One, pick up a guy like Goff, a guy like CJ Stroud, a guy that you can play today. But if you want to risk the biscuit, pick up Stafford. Try to grab Stafford, and then you have a last minute fill in that has some upside.
I love that. We have New Jerusalem. Full PPR need flex, Sky Moore, Craig Reynolds. Oh boy, what do you think, Maddie? You go ahead. We were talking about Sky Moore before the show.
Yeah, my biggest lineup decision was revolving around Sky Moore, and Seth helped me kind of see the clear on there. So for me, it's between Tyler Algier and Sky Moore, though. Craig Reynolds. Yeah. I don't know how much I trust Craig Reynolds. He might be a top 30 running back this week, but don't sleep on Bam Knight getting some touches. He kind of just fits that kind of explosive role that they want. And they're also saying that Gibbs is going to get a ton of touches. So I'm not super excited for Reynolds. Tyler A, man, it's tough because he's getting the volume, but if they are more efficient given a circumstance or a game script, is he as relevant? With PPR, I'm going Sky Moore.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what I was going to say. I think the full PPR, it's very close between Algier and Sky Moore. I think the tiebreaker for me is the full PPR, and I think the Chiefs are going to look to get right against the Bears. I don't think they're going to hold anything back. It could be one of these games like we were talking about before the show, where it is a hang up the shoulder pads halfway through the third quarter because it's 38-3 Chiefs, right? Or something. It's
the bully beatdown has ensued.
Yeah, but you got to remember though, this Chiefs offense, on the other hand, has struggled the first couple weeks of the season. Mm-hmm. So they're going to look to get things on the right track. And this is also Matt Nagy revenge game, baby. So he's going to like, no, can we run another pass play to Kelsey today? So anyway, G-Hop. Yeah. The old Matt Nagy revenge game.
I love it.
PPR flex, Sky Moore versus Chicago, Roschon at Kansas City, Hayden Hurst at Seattle. I'm going to go Sky Moore here, but it's close between Roschon and Sky Moore. What do you think, Maddie?
I like Roschon, but I think given the format of PPR, I'm going to go with Sky Moore because what we're looking at here is who's going to be an easier get to 10 points. And I feel like they both come with risks, but they both have a little bit of upside. But be given the PPR, 4 for 60, that seems doable even if the game script doesn't go the way we think or if there is a blowout early. Where Roschon, they're still dealing with Khalil Herbert. So I'm going to go with Sky Moore here by a slight margin.
Yeah, I do think Roschon's going to be heavily involved in the passing game. Morning, fellas. Pick 2 PPR. A lot of Sky Moore questions. Sky Moore, Gainwell, Sutton, or Hopkins. I think this is easily Hopkins for me. I think he's healthy. I know he was questionable coming in, but I'm looking at the inactives now, and I do not see DeAndre Hopkins on the list. So I assume he's playing, so I'm going to go Hopkins.
Yeah, I'm going Hopkins as well.
We have Luke Bell, Josh Kelly, Stevenson, DJ Moore, Garrett Wilson. Pick 2.
Ooh, so I'm going to go with DJ Moore here. And I'm going to go with, is it Garrett Wilson or is it Stevenson again? I'm going to go with Garrett Wilson. I'm going
to go Garrett Wilson and DJ Moore, even though New England's not a great matchup. I think you have to play to Garrett Wilson, and DJ Moore is should get a lot of opportunity in a catch-up mode. We have Donald here. Shout out to you, Donald. Full PPR pick 2, London, Ford, Sutton, Roschon, or Marquise Brown.
Um, man. Give me London in a possible shootout. Give me, Roshan and Ford to me are literally back to back. Like I literally have them back to back, so it's a toss up. But uh, give me Roshan. That's the theme of the day. Give me Roshan.
I'm gonna go. Gosh, it is a coin flip, but Ford I think is gonna get more of the opportunity. I think Roshan does have a higher ceiling than Ford today, but I'm gonna go London and Ford just to be a little different. But it is close. We have Nicholas half PPR, Drake London, or Tutu Atwell. I would think London. I'm gonna go London there. I think you have to play Drake. I think it's a good matchup. If here's how I feel about it. If you have Kyle Pitts and Drake London and you're not playing them today, then what the hell is the point of having them on your roster, right? Like that's kind of how I feel about it. What do you think?
You absolutely hit this one out of the park, Seth. If you're not going to play Drake London in the game against the Lions, when are you going to play Drake London? You know, what I mean, it you took him so early, so you're going to lose all of that confidence before the end of the month. Like, no, you got to go Drake London.
Yeah, I think, which could be a sneaky shootout. I say that in every Detroit Lions game, by the way.
Because it is, though.
Yeah. No, you're right.
It really is.
No, yeah, exactly. Look at last week against Seattle. Jesus Ayala. Oh gosh,
Ayala, I believe.
Spend more
my
time.
cousin's name, my wife's stepbrother's last name is Ayala.
All right. So Superflex half PPR, bench Burrow, flex options, Andrews, Jalen Warren, Marvin Mims, Tyler Algier. Well, yeah, I think you got to play Mark Andrews.
Yeah.
And I think you got to monitor the Burrow news. We really don't know, as far as I know, what exactly is going to happen. I would have an option in your back pocket. I know Superflex makes it more complicated. Without knowing who's on your bench, it just kind of depends. Like obviously Matthew Stafford would be the perfect backup plan option, but I mean, it's hard for me to answer that question without knowing what your options are, because I would probably lean, this is just me, I would probably lean playing another option over Burrow because it's not like he's performed well anyway. Mm-hmm. And that's probably I would probably go the safe route because I don't know if, I know it seems counterintuitive, but I don't know how much upside Burrow is offering you, even if he does play. He's not going to have the mobility that he normally does. He's shown that the first 2 weeks. So I would probably go with another option there. But what do you think, Maddie?
So this is going to be my blanket rule, okay? Everyone watching, check this out. So if you have a Joe Burrow question, this is going to be my rule, I think, across the board. If you can put Matthew Stafford on your roster, then I am okay risking the Joe Burrow play. If you cannot, even if you have Baker Mayfield, I'm not risking it. At that point, I am going to pivot to a Goff, Cousins. Can you get Stroud? Can you get Fields? Did someone panic drop him in a shallow league? Any one of those guys, I'm going to start over Burrow if I don't have the Matthew Stafford insurance.
I like that. I like that a lot. So we have Jan, half PPR, got to start Gainwell or A-Chain. Both seem to be the number 2 at this point. I don't know about that. I think Gainwell's the number 1. So I go Gainwell.
I'm going Gainwell. I understand the excitement about A-Chain. I really do. He's very obviously his athleticism, his quickness, his ability to break plays in this offense will lend for big weeks. I just don't understand why we're gonna choose him with all that he is, his projectability, hopes and wishes, and some reports that they like him. Of course they like him, but Mostert seems to be the guy. They had plenty of chances to use him last week, and they didn't against Patriots. It was all Mostert. Until I see it, I'm gonna go with a guy like Gainwell, who was used like a bell cow in week 1.
I completely agree. The coach is wearing his T-shirt. I think
that was last year, though. We had to go a whole year of Gainwell not happening to get to it at the point. And now that we're there, we're gonna go ahead and chase the next dream. Like, stick with what we know, and they like Gainwell.
Yeah, and we know DeAndre Swift's a knucklehead, so he's probably gonna screw this up.
Swift was used as a bell cow, but that's not his ideal role. 10, 12, 15 touches, some in the passing game, some in the backfield. That's how you use him effectively.
Yeah, I think we answered this one. I think we're going Sky Moore, Blake Jarvis, PPR, Christian Kirk versus Houston, or Zay Flowers. Ooh, I think that's a good question. I am gonna lean Zay Flowers just because Odell's out, and I think that's a good matchup. But I think the weather is important to, like you mentioned, the weather. I think that's a good that if that's a tiebreaker for you, I could go in any direction here because I do love Kirk's matchup. But what do you think, Maddie?
I am going Zay Flowers as long as it doesn't look like there's an absolute hurricane monsoon going on in Baltimore.
Yeah, I agree. We have Kareem again, Pierce, Gainwell, or Roschon. I'm leaning Gainwell. I'm gonna go Gainwell there. What do you think?
I'm gonna agree with you guys there. I'm gonna go Gainwell. It's unfortunate that we haven't seen Dameon Pierce truly do it much of anything here, but this isn't a matchup where I think they're gonna be able to slow the pace down. They're gonna have to pick it up.
We have half PPR Tank Dell or Josh Reynolds. Oh, slam dunk, Tank Dell. Just slam dunk.
It's Tank Dell for me. Yeah, 7 catches last week. I love that floor.
PPR Mims at Miami, DPJ versus Tennessee, or Kincaid at Washington. Oh my God. I think if you're looking for an absolute home run shot that you're just swinging for the fences, I think it's Mims. DPJ is also that kind of a play, but I would probably, if you want just the guaranteed volume, like Kincaid's been on the field and getting targeted, so I'd probably lean Mims. Just why not? I don't know. Like this is a tough one. So what do you think?
You actually kind of swayed me in how you framed your answer, so I'm actually going to piggy pile on that. If you, and be honest with yourself, be honest with your roster. If you need upside, go Mims. If you need floor, go Kincaid, and you'll know it more than we will.
You got James Moore in the chat. Jalen Warren or Roschon, half PPR. I lean Roschon. I think that's close, but I know that the rumors are coming out that they're going to get Warren more involved, but I'm going to go Roschon because it's basically a 50-50 split right now between him and the other running back, Khalil Herbert.
Yeah, I'm going to go Roschon slightly because even if you just reverse the roles from Najee to Jalen Warren, we're all disappointed in Najee Harris. So, I mean, we're going to be that much more excited where at least we've seen a 17-point game for Roschon Johnson.
Yeah. Justin Boyd, Dell, Roschon, Kendre Miller. I'm going Dell there, even in a half PPR. I just think Tank Dell, 10 targets last week. Great matchup this week and what could be a shootout. What do you think?
Half, give me Roschon Johnson.
All right. Joshua Dodge, KJ Osborne, or Bateman. I'm going, with Odell being out, I know KJ Osborne has been getting, I think he's gotten 6 targets in back-to-back games in that offense. But this is, it seems counterintuitive, but I think Bateman, as long as it's not absolutely downpouring, and I know the snap share's not been there. I know you've been frustrated by Bateman, but I still do have him over KJ Osborne.
Rashad Bateman has a pretty good matchup this week. He's projected to line up against Dallas Flowers a lot. Dallas Flowers is 84th in my cornerback rankings. It's honestly one of the most advantageous matchups in the entire slate. But with the weather being a factor, with his less than ideal usage being a factor, give me Osborne because at least you're part of what we project to be the shootout of the week.
Gotcha. All right, we have Ty, half PPR, pick 2, London Kelly or Swift. What do you think, Maddie?
I'm going half point PPR. Man, this one's tough. Give me Kelly, give me Swift.
So I'll go London and Kelly just because I think London has a big game today. I'm putting him in some DFS lineups, so I have skin in the game on Drake London today. It's probably stupid. You probably, if I'm playing him in DFS, you should probably bench him. But anyway, I'm just letting everybody know Drake London's in my DFS lineups today. Half PPR, Rachaad White or Josh Kelly. Gosh, those are 2 good options, but I think I'm going to go Josh Kelly. I just love the matchup, and I think he has an opportunity to fall in the end zone a couple times today, and I think he's going to get the volume because obviously Eckler's out. So it's close though. I can understand Rachaad White for sure.
No, I mean, listen to me. The 54 over under is the highest of the slate. Give me if it's a toss up, go with the upside of the over under. I mean, 54 projected points. I'm going Josh Kelly.
All right, we have the same question by Gump Report. Thomas, Jilk, Godwin, or Addison in full PPR. I'm going to go Chris Godwin there.
Call me crazy. I'm going Addison. Again, I want to be a part of this shootout. And the cornerback play of the Philadelphia Eagles, if Bradbury is back, is elite. and you match it with that defensive line, this could be a get right game and a glass shattering game for a team like the Bucks.
We have Jayden Reed or Tank Dell. Both options I love, but I think Dell's got the better matchup, so I'm going to go Dell.
Going Dell slightly, but it's close. Christian
Watson inactive today, so get him out of your lineups. I don't know when he's going to play exactly, but I can't victory lap an injury, and we're running out of time here. So I'm not allowed. I'm not allowed to do it.
What's the weather up there? They cautiously kept Christian Watson and Aaron Jones out of the lineup this week. So are they projecting like some crap weather? They don't want to get. I don't know. We'll have to look into that a little bit more.
I don't know. We have Harry Snowman in the chat. Shout out to Harry. We have Justin, Dell, A-Chain, or Swift. I'm gonna go Dell. I think we're both pretty big on Dell. What do you think, Matt? You going Dell here?
Yeah, half PPR. Give me Swift.
Okay. Fantasy Football Dragon. Wow. Gus Bus or Atwell?
Great.
I think. Gosh. I'm gonna go Gus Bus just for the. I wish I knew what the format was, but I'm gonna go Gus.
I'm gonna go with the exact same answer that I gave a few minutes ago. If you're looking for a little bit of safety because you think you got this game in the bag, go Gus Bus. But if you're going against one of the better teams, you need a handful of points, a higher upside. Go Atwell.
Chris Klukas, start Burrow or Goff. I'm gonna go Goff. I think Goff is like. I know Atlanta's a tougher D, but I'm going to go Goff because I think Goff, really, the upside is kind of what Jared Goff can provide you with Joe Burrow. I know that seems counterintuitive, but with the injury and everything we've seen up to this point.
Everything factored in. You're right. Yeah. Go Goff.
Goff. So we have Donk, Kentry Miller, or Pat Freiermuth, tight end premium. I know Pat Freiermuth has disappointed you up to this point, but good matchup today against the Raiders. I'm going to go Pat Freiermuth.
I agree. The TEP pushes it for me. We just don't know what Kendra's usage is going to be.
We have Kyle Napton. What do we do with St. Brown playing with a plate in his boot? Oh man. I think if you have him, you got to play him. St. Brown's one of the tougher dogs in the league. And so if he's playing, he's going to be on the field and he's going to be, he has that upside every week of catching, 2 or 3 touchdowns. So it could happen today too. So what do you think?
This is the game where we could be burned as Amon-Ra St. Brown believers. This injury may present an issue, but for this week, I'm willing to risk it because they're at home. They got a good matchup. And if it is not an issue, he could still go, 7 for 70 and a touchdown, and he's making his hay playing him.
We have Roshan Mims or Miller in a flex. I'm going Roshan there.
I'm going Roshan there too.
Yep, Jerome Ford. We're going to find out today. Tough matchup. I am leaning sitting Jerome Ford unless you have a better option. Comfortable starting Sky Moore over Jayden Reed if Tony is active? Yes, I am. What do you think?
If Tony's active, I'm going to go with Jayden Reed. I'm going to go with Reed over Moore.
I don't know the answer to that question. Sorry, Dom. I'm looking at them right now, and they're up for me. So
I wasn't able to get them, Dom. So it might be for a couple. It might be.
Okay.
Might be.
So half PPR, A-Chain or Gainwell. I think we answered this one. Gainwell. Okay. Here's Snowman. With Aaron Jones out, I have to pick between Roshan, Chuba, or A-Chain. Roshan is for me. What do you think there?
Still got Roshan. Got Roshan here. But I like having those guys in your team. I think they'll all be pretty valuable throughout the season.
For sure. Fields or Stafford? Thanks. I'm going to go Fields in comeback mode. What do you think?
I'm going to go with Fields, too. I'm just not going to give up on him. I'm not going to give up on the rushing upside. And if they are playing catch-up and they just let him go out there and play, that's enough for me. I'm going to go Fields.
And we have Sean Shine with bye weeks approaching. Drop Quentin Johnson for Jayden Reed. Yes, I would. What do you think?
Yes. Yeah. I would like Jayden Reed over Quentin Johnson going into the season, and nothing that I've seen a few weeks in has changed my mind at all.
Derek Carr, Deshaun Watson. See, this is like a fantasy question right here. I'm going to go Deshaun Watson. I know he's been terrible, but I think he gives you more upside than Derek Carr because I don't really like. I know Derek Carr's good for the pass catchers, but if you look at Derek Carr historically, not that good of a fantasy quarterback. So I think Deshaun Watson has a lot more upside.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Deshaun here, but this is a make or break week for me with Deshaun.
That's true. That's true. Okay. Looks like we have maybe some issues with the rankings. Apologies for that. Hopefully they come back soon. I'm sure the right people are on it. Brees.
Oh, you son
Okay.
of a gun! You son of a gun, ML. You
Wow.
guys. You
That's not even
guys.
right. That's not even right. Yeah. Okay. Thanks a lot, ML.
Fair enough. Understand.
Thanks for nothing. Thanks for nothing. Did not expect of Matt Nagy. Oh yeah, it's you never are sure what you're going to get around here. So Matt Nagy game drop. Do we have super chats? I don't even know. Oh, we
Yeah,
do.
we got one of them. Yeah, we got a couple in there, so we're gonna get to. But one of them we've answered a million times. We actually might have even pulled this one up because we've talked about it so much.
Okay.
Obviously,
A-Chain or Gainwell.
we're going Gainwell. Yeah.
Thank you for the super chat. I didn't even know this is possible. Bench 2, half PPR, Reed, Cooks, Elijah Moore, Shaheed, or Dell. So we have to bench 2. Wow.
I'm
Go
assuming this
ahead.
is Brandon Cooks.
Yes, I would assume so.
Brandon Cooks. I'm sitting Cooks and Shaheed reluctantly. I do like Shaheed here. We talked about him on the game plan, but I like the potential target floors, the target equity that Dell, Moore, and Reed could possess.
Yeah, see, this might be counterintuitive, but I think I'm gonna bench Cooks. Yeah, I think it's Shaheed. I as much as I hate to say that, I think you're right. The more I think about it. So thank you for the super chat. The super chats. Holy cow. I lost my I lost my place here. Let me see if I can find it. Durham Smythe or Gerald Everett. I think it's Gerald Everett.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Everett. Give me a piece of that game again. And I know I like the Miami and Denver game, but give me the Chargers Minnesota game, and Everett can still house them.
Yeah, so we're gonna go wrap. We have about 3 minutes before Maddie and I have to go set all of our thousands of lineups. So we're gonna go rapid fire here for the last few minutes and get to as many of your questions as possible. But we have so many coming in. I don't know if we're gonna be able to answer all of them. Lost Chubb, start 1, Najee Gibson or Dylan. I'm gonna go Najee there. I'm still gonna believe.
I'm gonna go with my gut. I'm gonna go with Dylan here with Aaron Jones out.
Are we putting Rashad Bateman in over Gainwell, Jerome Ford, or Jacoby? No, I think you're starting Jacoby, and I think you're actually starting all 3 of those players over Bateman.
Agreed.
Okay.
Agreed.
Half PPR, flex, A-Chain, Kendra, Pacheco. I'm gonna go Pacheco.
Pacheco, if he is ruled inactive, or if we get any type of win that he's not going to be playing, then I'm going to go A-Chain.
Yep. Goff or Dak, half PPR. I think Dak is money in the bank fantasy points today against Arizona. What do you think?
I'm going to go with Goff and Puka.
Yeah, I'll go Puka there too. Sorry, I didn't see the last. Michael Pittman or D-Hop, PPR. I'm going to go Pittman. He's been getting targeted, so Pittman barely.
I'm going to go Pittman.
Gainwell, Sutton, or Sky Moore. I'm going to go Gainwell.
In PPR, give me Sky Moore.
Okay. Yep, Josh Kelly. Okay. Ford is going to be stuff, but okay, cool.
It's possible.
Yeah, it is very possible. Jaden Reed versus Dotson, full point PPR. I'm going to go Dotson.
I'm going to go Reed.
All right. That's bold. That's bold, Cotton. Well, not as bold as you might think. Pick 2, PPR, James Cook, Kyron Williams, Josh Kelly. Oh my gosh, what great options you have today. I think Kyron Williams is almost a must start every week. Gosh, but I love all 3 of these. What do you help me, Maddie? What do we do here?
Believe it or not, I'm going Kyron and I'm going Josh Kelly. But he is close.
Close. I mean,
I can't get off him. This is it. This is the moment we're making it. If we believed in James Cook throughout the offseason, what am I doing? Kyron and James Cook. That's what I'm going.
That's what I'm going to do. Kyron. I think that's what you have to do. Mm-hmm. I know. Anyway, Warren, Ford, Swift, Gainwell, Pacheco. I assume we can only pick one, so I'm going to pick. Gosh, am I gonna do this again? I'm just really high on Gainwell. But that's really close. It's probably Gainwell or Pacheco for me. I'm gonna go Gainwell though.
For me, it goes Pacheco, Swift, Gainwell.
Okay. Jalen Warren or Elijah Moore. Oh wow, I wish we
knew.
knew.
Give me the 8 targets of Elijah Moore.
That's a good call. I'll go Elijah Moore too. Hopkins or Judy. I'll go Hopkins.
Yeah, I'm going Hopkins too.
We have one more minute. Gainwell, Roschon, or Ford. I'll go Gainwell.
Gainwell, yep.
Gainwell, P. Ryan Reynolds. Gainwell for me.
Correct.
Hunter Henry or Hayden Hurst. Got to go with tight end 1, baby. Hunter Henry.
Yeah, got to go Hunter Henry for sure. Jets give it a touchdown each of the 2 weeks.
Sky or Gabe Davis. I'm going to go Sky there.
I'm going to go Sky too, but
is in okay. Yep. Henry or Smythe. Henry for sure. Ridley, Swift, Rachaad White. Oh my goodness. Ridley. Yes. Ridley.
No Stingley. No Stingley.
That's
go
the
Ridley.
Same question. Do the Texans play man or zone D? I think they play a little both, don't they? I don't. I'm not.
That's more your call than I.
I haven't seen I haven't watched a ton of Texans tape. Roschon or Chuba for floor? I'm going to go Roschon. I'm going to swing for the
Chuba made all his points in one drive. It was a complete garbage time drive.
All right, Zach Moss or Elijah Moore. What do you think?
I'm going Elijah Moore.
Yeah, that's what Elijah Moore. Yeah, Zay Flowers or Lockett. Oh,
Flowers unless there's a monsoon.
Yeah, I agree. PPR, Sky, or we answered this one, right? Sky.
Yeah, Sky.
Oh my God, I don't think we're gonna get to. We'll do a couple more. All right, guys. Yes. Thank you so much for the questions, John Metch. I don't know about that. Tank Dell's good. That's Tank Dell's a good player. Tank Dell's somebody you're gonna want on your roster. All right, we answered that one. St. Brown, Ridley, Kirk, Swift, or Rachaad White. Pick one, wide receiver, one flex. I think St. Brown and Ridley.
St. Brown and Ridley for sure. Great options though.
Dotson or Gainwell. I will go Dotson there.
I will go Dotson there.
Pittman, Zay Flowers, or Swift.
Pittman, Swift, Flowers.
Yeah, I think that's all right. One more. Okay, we got Go Jin in the chat saying heavy rain.
Yep.
Okay, so yeah, that's something you definitely got to pay attention to. Let me find one more good one, and then we'll get out of here. Let's see. Hold on. Let's go. We almost got to every one of them. I think we gave some good advice today. I need two. Garrett Wilson, Roschon, Jaden Reed, Dubs, Osborne, P. Ryan. I think you got to play Garrett Wilson, and then it's between Roschon, Jaden Reed for me.
It's Garrett and Roschon for me.
I'll agree.
You said Roschon in the TikTok, in our TikTok.
So I know. Yeah.
We've been on this all day. Let's do it.
I love Roschon. So yes, Roschon Johnson. You got a bold prediction for today, Maddie, or I'm going to put you on the spot. Bold prediction.
My bold prediction for today is, man, on the spot. Let's go with Antonio Gibson outscores Brian Robinson.
Ooh.
Wishful thinking.
How about Roschon Johnson scores 2 touchdowns today against the Kansas City Chiefs?
Oh, love it.
All right. Thanks you guys so much for watching. I think we got to most of your questions. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Go follow Maddie on Twitter and everywhere that he goes. The tag is on the screen there. And then you can follow me on Twitter if you want more like crazy Bears content and out there fantasy takes, Aaron Rodgers stinks, even though we can't say that because he's injured, but I'll probably say that at least 73 more times. Yeah. So anyway, good luck in your fantasy matchups and we will see you next week. Bye-bye, everybody.